Have you ever wondered why some people seem unshakable, no matter what life throws at them? Imagine a man so powerful, so respected, that even his enemies felt his strength, yet his greatest battle was not on a battlefield but within himself. George Washington, a leader who shaped a nation, had a fiery temper that could have destroyed him. Yet he never let it win. How did he do it? What's the secret to never losing control, even when the world feels chaotic? In a podcast on the Daily Stoic channel, Ryan Holiday and historian Ron Chernow uncover the emotional struggles and quiet strength of figures like Washington, Alexander Hamilton, and Mark Twain, revealing lessons that can change how you face your own challenges. We all feel the pull of anger, fear, or impulsiveness, like when you snap at a friend over a small argument or feel overwhelmed by a tough school project. But what if you could master those emotions, like Washington did, and turn them into your greatest asset? This video isn't about being perfect. It's about finding strength in the mess of being human, using wisdom from history to build a calmer, more confident you. Let's dive into 10 takeaways that show how to control your emotions, grow through struggles, and live with purpose, starting with the secret that made Washington a legend. The main idea here is simple yet profound. You don't need to be loud or flawless to be powerful. True strength comes from mastering yourself, from choosing calm over chaos, even when life feels like a storm. Whether you're stressed about exams or feel out of control in a heated moment, these stories from history offer a roadmap to inner peace and lasting impact. Let's explore how to find that strength, starting with the man who never lost control. Takeaway 1. Washington's secret to unbreakable control. George Washington had a temper that could have burned bridges, but he learned to tame it. And that's the secret to never losing control. As Chernow shares, his temper was naturally high-toned, but reflection and resolution had obtained a firm and habitual ascendancy over it. Imagine you're arguing with a classmate, and you feel your anger rising. Washington would pause, breathe, and choose his words carefully, like when he stayed silent at dinner tables until he trusted the room. He wasn't born calm. He fought for it daily, reading plays like Cato to learn discipline, reminding himself to see things clearly. His friend Thomas Jefferson saw this struggle, noting that when Washington's temper broke, he was most tremendous in wrath, but he rarely let it show. This wasn't about hiding feelings but processing them, like choosing not to post an angry comment online. Washington's secret was practice, turning raw emotion into quiet strength. By mastering himself, he led a nation. You can start small, like taking a deep breath before reacting, to build that same control. This discipline sets the stage for leading others, as Washington did with unmatched respect. Takeaway 2. Self-control builds powerful leadership. Washington's ability to stay calm made him a leader people trusted, showing that self-control is the heart of influence. At dinners, he watched people carefully, only sharing stories when he felt safe, proving he commanded himself before others. Chernow notes, he realized that in order to command people, he had to acquire command over himself. Think of a group project where everyone's arguing. The person who stays calm, like Washington, earns respect. His restraint wasn't cold. It was a fire under control, felt by everyone around him. Unlike Hamilton, who blurted out his brilliance and made enemies, Washington chose when to speak, like deciding not to argue with a teacher even when you're frustrated. His leadership came from this discipline, not just talent. You can practice this by listening more than talking in tough moments, building trust like Washington did. This inner strength leads to overcoming personal struggles, which even great figures faced. Takeaway 3. Emotional struggles shape great lives. Everyone, even heroes, battles emotions that test them. Washington fought his temper, as we learned earlier, while Alexander Hamilton's orphaned childhood left him craving approval, leading to a scandalous affair that hurt his family. Mark Twain's anger made him lash out, later apologizing, as his wife Libby taught him to wait before sending angry letters. Chernow says, Twain admitted, "I was a mighty rough course customer," until Libby helped him change. Ulysses S. Grant faced poverty, selling firewood on the streets, yet stayed focused on his family. Imagine feeling embarrassed about a bad grade but pushing forward anyway. These struggles show that greatness comes from wrestling with flaws, not avoiding them. Hamilton's need to be wanted fueled his brilliance but also his mistakes. You might feel angry or insecure, but facing those emotions, like these figures did, shapes a stronger you. This struggle often leads to growth, as these men proved. Takeaway 4. Personal growth transforms flawed individuals. No one starts perfect, but growth turns flaws into strengths. Washington became a calm leader, despite his temper, as we saw in the first takeaway. Hamilton rose from a poor, abandoned kid to a founder of America, though his past haunted him. Twain grew from a racist teenager to an anti-slavery advocate, paying for black students' education. Chernow shares, he just continues to grow, as Twain learned from people like Marianne Cord, a former slave whose story changed him. Grant went from a failed farmer to a war hero. Think of learning from a mistake, like apologizing after a fight with a friend. These men show you can change by facing your weaknesses. Twain's empathy grew from listening, a lesson for anyone who wants to become better. This growth often requires resilience, especially in tough times. Takeaway 5. Resilience overcomes life's darkest moments. Life's lowest points can lead to triumph if you keep going. Grant hit rock bottom, selling firewood after failing as a farmer, but he saw it as solving the problem of poverty, as Chernow recounts. Washington stayed calm as president despite fierce criticism, using his discipline from earlier takeaways. Hamilton rebuilt his life after losing his parents, though his emotional wounds lingered. Twain recovered from bankruptcy through a grueling world tour. Imagine failing a test, but studying harder for the next one. Grant's calm during a bloody battle, when a shell nearly hit him, showed unshakable focus. You can build resilience by facing small setbacks, like a bad day, with determination. This strength often comes from passion, which can drive both success and chaos. We're halfway through the video. Thanks for sticking with us. If you're enjoying it, hit the thumbs up and share it in your WhatsApp groups. If you'd like to support us, please tap the thanks button below. It helps us keep making great content. Drop a comment and don't forget to hit subscribe for more. Now let's continue with the video. Takeaway 6. Passion fuels success and chaos. Passion pushes you forward, but can lead to trouble without control. Hamilton's drive wrote 51 Federalist Papers, but his unchecked emotions sparked a scandal. Twain's fiery creativity made him funny, but led to bad investments, losing millions. Chernow notes, Twain's mind is bursting with ideas, like a student who's excited but forgets to plan. Washington, as we learned, channeled passion into disciplined leadership. Unlike Hamilton's chaos, Grant's quiet passion kept him steady in war. Passion is like loving a hobby so much you lose track of time. It's powerful but needs direction. You can harness it by setting goals, like Washington's calm focus, to avoid chaos. This balance leads to courageous choices that matter. Takeaway 7. Moral courage drives lasting impact. Standing up for what's right, even when it's hard, changes the world. Grant freed a slave he inherited, despite needing the money, because he believed slavery was wrong. Twain spoke against American actions in the Philippines, risking friends, as Chernow says. He got up and said our soldiers were marching with disgraced muskets. Imagine standing up to a bully at school, knowing it might cost you popularity. Washington's restraint, as seen earlier, set a moral example for democracy. Twain funded black students' education, calling it reparation. Your courage, like speaking up for a friend, can leave a mark. This courage often grows from accepting your flaws, as these men did. Takeaway 8. Achievements require embracing flaws. Greatness comes from working with your imperfections, not hiding them. Washington's temper, as we explored, made his self-control more impressive. Hamilton's insecurity drove his brilliant writing, but also his mistakes. Twain's impulsiveness fueled his humor, but caused financial ruin. As Chernow notes, he wrote in the margin, "I'm like that," showing self-loathing. Grant's early failures humbled him for later success. Imagine messing up a presentation, but learning from it. These men show that flaws, like getting nervous before a test, are part of growth. Embrace them by trying again, like Twain kept writing despite setbacks. This acceptance draws wisdom from history itself. Takeaway 9. History teaches timeless lessons. The past offers guidance for today's challenges. Washington, as we saw, learned discipline from old plays like Cato, staying calm in chaos. Hamilton's refusal to face his past led to trouble, a warning for us. Chernow shares Seneca's idea. We can harvest the store of riches from the past, like learning from a parent's advice. Twain's growth on slavery shows the power of questioning old beliefs. Grant's persistence teaches resilience, like pushing through a tough homework assignment. History shows human nature never changes, so you can learn from it to face stress or doubt. These lessons come alive through biography, revealing our shared humanity. Takeaway 10. Biography reveals human nature. Stories of real people show the complexity of being human. Chernow connects with figures like Washington through their words, not objects, bringing their struggles to life. He says, my communication with them is through language, like reading a friend's heartfelt text. Washington's calm hid a fierce temper, as we learned. Hamilton's brilliance clashed with insecurity. Twain's humor masked pain. Grant's humility shone through failure. Biography, like a good book, shows we all have flaws and strengths. You can learn from others' lives, like noticing what makes a teacher inspiring, to grow stronger. Start choosing calm over chaos, like Washington did today. Closing reflection. Think back to that image of George Washington, a man whose strength wasn't in shouting, but in silence, in choosing control over chaos. You don't need to be loud to be powerful. You just need to start noticing your emotions, like anger during a tough day, and choose how to respond. History shows us that even the greatest figures struggled, but they grew, persisted, and found purpose. You can too. Practice one habit today, like taking a deep breath before reacting, and watch your strength grow. The secret to never losing control is already inside you, waiting to be unlocked. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support this channel, hit the thanks button below. It really helps us keep going. If you enjoyed this summary, please leave a like and share it in your WhatsApp groups. To join discussion about this video, drop a comment below. And for more videos like this, hit the subscribe button below.